we go.
This is the examination of the hidden human condition.
You're listening to the Hidden Killers Podcast.
This is the Hidden Killers Podcast with Tony Bruschi.
It's a dangerous world out there to express any sort of displeasure with rude drivers, because no one ever is in a situation where you point out another driver's mistake and they're like, oh, sorry, that's on me. No, you usually get the finger, they drive away, or they shoot you 11 times. Such is the case with this story. It starts with the infamous words of Florida man. Nicholas Koontz, age 35, was found guilty of manslaughter with a firearm following a 3-day trial in Manatee County. The trial concluded on Wednesday, according to a statement from the Florida State Attorney's Office for the 12th Judicial Circuit. The incident dates back to October 12th of 2021, when Koontz and Timothy Hendricks became embroiled in what prosecutors describe as an apparent road rage altercation while driving in West Bradenton. According to the prosecution, the altercation escalated when Andricks allegedly threw a McDonald's cup containing ice and soda at Koontz' vehicle. Koontz claimed that Andricks cut him off while he was on his way from work, leading to a confrontation at an intersection. Allegedly, Andricks aggressively gestured at Koontz and hurled a cup at his car, which struck Koontz in the temple and spilled soda inside his vehicle. The confrontation escalated further as both men stopped on a residential street, leading to Koontz fatally shooting Andricks 11 times after they exited their vehicles. During the trial, Koontz argued that he acted in self-defense, fearing for his life after Andricks allegedly threatened him and exited his vehicle to confront him. In that split second, in that life-or-death scenario, I believe I didn't act right then, and that I was going to die. And my only option was to shoot in self-defense, Koontz said. Koontz said the cup, which was full of Coca-Cola and ice. I wonder if it was Coca-Cola Classic, Coke 2, Coke Zero. It'd be really amazing if it was Coke 2. Like you get Coke 2 thrown, you're like, oh my God, this tastes like Coke 2. I thought that was discontinued years ago. Struck him in his temple and spilled soda all over his car. However, prosecutors challenged Koontz's accounts, questioning the necessity of using lethal force in response to a non-lethal assault with a paper cup. They emphasized that there was no evidence to suggest Andricks was armed. Key evidence presented during the trial included footage of a neighbor's doorbell camera showing the events leading up to the shooting. Prosecutors highlighted the sequence of events captured in the footage, suggesting that Koontz pursued Andricks out of anger rather than self-defense. The prosecutors dissected the footage multiple times throughout the trial, pointing to the fact that Andricks' hands were swinging as he walked towards Koontz and were clearly visible. Is it reasonable to shoot somebody who has no weapon? Assistant State Attorney Rebecca Friel said during closing arguments, there is no basis to believe that Mr. Andricks had a gun. Despite Koontz's claim of self-defense, prosecutors maintain that his actions were unjustified and fueled by road rage. Assistant State Attorney Suzanne O'Donnell argued that Koontz exacerbated the situation, ultimately resulting in Andricks' death. Quote, the defendant created the situation. Koontz, escalated the situation. He made it worse and then complained when it went foul, said O'Donnell. And now he wants to object that he's escalated the situation up here and say it's all self-defense. Koontz now faces a potential maximum sentence of 30 years in prison. A sentencing date has yet to be determined from the state attorney's office. In her closing argument, Assistant State Attorney Rebecca Friel emphasized that while Andricks' actions might have been provocative, they did not warrant a lethal response. Mr. Andricks probably shouldn't have chucked that Coke, but he shouldn't have died for it, Friel said. Here's the thought on this, though. You're in a vehicle and somebody walks out of their vehicle and comes towards you. You can drive away, too.
Well, after he shot him 11 times, he did.
Well, you can do that without shooting someone. You can just, if you're in a road rage incident and someone's like chasing you or following you or something, you can also call the police and say, here's where I'm at.
Drive to a police station.
Yeah. You know, flag an officer down. Do something. I mean, why are you pulling off to the side of the street to what? To get into a physical confrontation with a person? Like, where is that going to go? And like, oh, I'm glad we duked it out here. Now we've settled our road rage. Have a great day.
And that guy did not respond well. Like, he shouldn't have thrown a Coke. Although I was surprised he got it in his car. Like,
Yeah, good shot. Yeah.
But he shouldn't have thrown the coke. He shouldn't have gotten out of his car. There's a number of things he shouldn't have done. But to be shot 11 times, like, there's no self-defense. Like, he threw a coke at him.
Yeah.
Now, when he got out, I could see, like, this guy would have been like, he would have been like, okay, he's coming after me. And maybe he was scared and reacted by shooting him. But he went on to shoot him 11 times.
Yeah.
You know, like, one shot, he would have seen, oh, shit, this guy's not armed.
Or just aim the gun if that's what you're going to do. And probably the person will back off. But I'm going to guess he just pulled it and started pulling the trigger.
I don't even think I agree, because I don't even think he looked long enough to realize the guy was not armed.
Yeah.
And can't you wait that split second to go, I do not see a gun on this guy? And there's Ring cameras that support what happened. Once again, there's video evidence. And this guy ended up getting in his car and driving off and leaving this guy. He didn't call 911 or anything.
Oh, God.
He just left him and went home and took a shower. And so there was witnesses. They got a portion of his tag. And I think between that and the doorbell video, within an hour, they were at this guy's house.
Yeah.
And arrested him. I just don't know how you say it was self-defense when right off the bat, yeah, I'd be pissed off too if somebody threw a coke at me, but just drop it.
Well, when you have no other argument to make, I guess that's all you can make. And
they needed some kind of defense, I guess.
Yeah. And if
that's
all you got, that's all you got. So, yeah. Nobody's
he's going to be in prison for a very long time for this.
Yeah.
All because he got pissed off. He could have just driven off. You know, asshole threw a coke at me. Yeah, I'm pissed about that, but go home.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why I don't like, if somebody does something bad, like, I even will wait to honk at somebody at a stoplight until I have to.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what they're going to do. People
don't understand that they have choices in life. And so many people just react to their emotions and go, I'm justified in doing this. I should do this. Like, stop for a second and think, well, should you? Could you? Sure. But how is that going to work out for you? Is that going to achieve your goals of letting that person know you're angry at them, or what? Or like, what is your goal here for this stranger that you'll never see again for the rest of your life? Nobody takes a breath and just thinks it through. Like, you don't have to do what your primal brain is telling you to do. But unfortunately, I think we live in a world where most people are not evolving, but devolving. And then you end up with, somebody throws a Coke at you and then you shoot him 11 times.
Want to listen ad-free? Want advanced access to all of our interviews before anyone else?
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
You get every episode commercial-free.
So you can binge on True Crime
until you can binge no more.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts now, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast next.